Hey everyone, in this video I am excited to show you guys the Hot Wheels RC Speed Challenge set. This is a kind of a combination set that is this remote control Hot Wheels car here combined with a track set. So I know that Hot Wheels sells these remote control cars separately. You know, it's just the car and it comes with the controller. And some of the, I think the 2023 models or so also came with included with those, it came with this little connector piece that you can see right here. Some of the more modern ones from, I think, 2024, and if they're still selling these in 2025, they don't come with that. But anyways, yeah, these are available separately, but this particular set is a combination with the car, controller, and some track. Some stunt track, loops, and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm just going to show you what we've gotten here. I'm not sure what to expect with this. I'm really hoping that this works really good, this car, but I have zero experience with these Hot Wheels remote control cars. So I just don't know what to expect. The price that I paid for this, I think I paid just somewhere under $25, but it was on sale where I got it. I think the regular retail price was something like $32, and I thought that was a fairly reasonable price. And well, I guess it all depends on how well the car works. If it doesn't work very well, then I'll think that it's a ripoff. If it works great, I'm going to think that this is a great deal. So we're going to find out. But yeah, like I said, I don't have much experience with these, so I'm pretty excited to see what these remote control cars do and how well they work. So yeah, that's about all I've got to say. So let's just take a look at the box that we have here. And as far as I'm aware, this is the only track set that they have for these remote control cars. So, otherwise the cars are just sold separately. But let's see, it looks like you got 80 feet that you can control this car. That's a pretty far distance, I guess. You got to be kind of close to it, obviously, but that's a little bit of distance anyway, so that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, that's about all there is to show you. I'll show you more on the back, but 100 plus configurations. Well, yeah, it comes with a lot of different track. You could, make it any way you want, really. So that's that. There's the top, bottom. Not a whole lot to show you, just some text, basically. This side's got a little bit more text on it. But more interesting to look at the back here, where it looks like it's got a main layout. So it's got this little connection piece, which is kind of cool because you can just drive the car right into it, and it kind of allows the car to just kind of go right onto the track without it being a kind of a tight squeeze sort of situation. So drive in, go through all the different curves that are included. It does have one loop, it looks like, and it's got like a jump piece and then a finish line flag. So a few different stunt pieces in here. That's kind of cool. And then some of these different layout options. Of course, you can make it any way you want. You can make like a closed loop layout type thing. Kind of the loop and then going around and through the loop. Yeah, and just all sorts of different ideas that you can do with it. So there's that. There's a look at the contents inside. Basically, what you see is what you get. So, like I said, I'm excited to see what we've got going on in here. So, without any further introduction, I'd say let's go ahead and open this up. And, okay, so here's what we get. This was a pretty easy open, I guess I would say. And, kind of doesn't look like very much stuff when you open it up at first glance, I guess. But anyways, we've got connectors here. And this looks like it's the loop piece. Got your curved tracks. The jump base, which would be this piece. A couple more curves there. Few short straight track pieces. It looks like we don't have any longer pieces than this. They're just all these short ones. Like I said, here's that kind of that little piece for the car to enter in, so it's easy for the car to get in and right onto the track. Little jump, and this looks like it must be that finish line flag there. We'll open this up here. Looks like it's got some instructions. I don't know if we'll have any stickers that we have to put on or anything, but we're going to find out. This is a little bit tricky to get into. Alright, so here we go. Let's see what we've got in here. 4 instructions. It's kind of a generic consumer information thing. Kind of like a safety little thing or something. Got a little driving guide. Let's see what this is all about here. So, a little driving guide for the remote control car. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see here. So it should come with a little USB charger, which is good. Looks like it does not have the power brick associated with that, but you know, most people have a spare one of those. Some features. Looks like it's got an on-off switch type of thing on the bottom, charging port. And then it tells you which buttons do what here. It's basically like a video game remote. It's kind of cool. And that is about it. Let's see. That looks like it requires 2 AAA batteries. Is that for the car itself, or is that for the remote? Looks like that's for the remote controller because the car is rechargeable. I think that's how that works. Yeah, so kind of a bummer that the actual controller runs on batteries, but the car doesn't. But at least the car doesn't, so that's a good thing. Let's see, and it does have alignment buttons. That's interesting. So I got to learn all about how this works. Like I said, no experience, so I don't know. But let's see here. Battery removal instructions for the car. I guess in case you got to remove the battery, but I don't think... Yeah, it's rechargeable, I think, so I don't know that you'd have to do that very much. Yeah, lithium has a lithium-ion rechargeable battery pack. Yeah, so all that stuff there. Then we've got track set building instructions right here. I'm guessing this shows you just some of the different layouts. Yeah, basically how to assemble some of the different pieces. And then on the back, 6 different layout options. Those looks like these are all the same as they were on the back of the box. So there we go. With that all said, I'm going to get the car out of here, and we'll take a look at everything. Alright, so I did take out the controller in the car here, so maybe let's just take a quick look at that. At first glance, these controls here are really, really stiff, so yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting, but these buttons are very clicky. They seem to work pretty good. So I'll have to put the batteries in there. But here's a good look at the car. And it's kind of just a classic looking Hot Wheels car. Very light. I'm surprised how light this thing is. It's light as a feather, kind of. On the back here, we've got, I'm thinking this is an on-off switch. Very small. Then we have the USB cable, and this is the skinniest little USB cable I have ever seen, I think. And you can just, it's got like a little connection, weird looking connection on here, so you know which way to attach this. So I'm just going to put that in there, and then that's how you charge it. Just got to attach this end to a power brick or to your computer or whatever. But very, very skinny little cable. That's interesting. But anyways, that's what we have. Alright, so I got the 3 AAA batteries inside of the controller here, and then I got the car fully charged. And this was pretty simple. You just take off the screw, put the batteries in, and away you go with that. And then the car, plug this in, and I actually left it in overnight. You can probably see the lighting change in the background here because I was filming this at night, and now it's day. But so I don't know how long it actually took to charge it, but the instructions say it should take about 30 minutes, so really not too much time. So we're going to try this for the first time ever. I'm curious to see how this works. So it's off right now. I'm going to turn it on. And then there is a little light. I think it's right here. You're supposed to go back and forth with this. And I don't know if it's going to turn green or solid red means it's working, but it looks like we have some power, so that's pretty cool. Let's see, as I just drop that. Then how do you turn this? Let's see. You got left and right, forward, back. Now I'm on a carpeted surface, so I don't expect this to work super well, but actually not bad, even on the carpet. And the turning is actually pretty smooth. Look at that. This is actually kind of impressive for first impression wise anyways. I'm trying to see how this thing actually turns though. It looks like it just does one of the back wheels and that turns it. The front wheels are not, they're not powered at all. It's just these two back wheels and that's it. So essentially if you're trying to make a left turn, it moves the right wheel and it turns it that way. So that actually works a lot better than I thought it would for the turning features. I thought, you know, maybe the front wheels would turn or something. That's not how it actually works, but it actually turns pretty good. I'm pretty impressed by that. So with that said, we have that. Now I need to set up the track. I'm going to set that up in, I don't know if I'll do it in this room or another room, but let's set up the track and then we'll try the track out. Alright folks, so here is layout number 1, and I did in fact have to move into another room just because this layout actually takes up quite a bit of space, as I'm sure the others do. But here's a good look at everything, and this uses all of the pieces that come with the set. So, you know, here's where the finish line flag is, and it also includes a couple cones there, just 2 of them. It'd be kind of cool if it came with a few more than that, maybe like 4 or 5 or something. I don't know, 2 is kind of very minimal, but anyways, here's what we got. Car starts here, goes in right there, runs through all these different curves, goes around the loop, goes through the jump. I'm curious how well the car will work going through this, and unfortunately I will have to put this on a tripod to show you guys, just because I can't operate this and hold the camera at the same time, but nevertheless, I am excited to try this, so let's give it a try. Not very good about going through the loop, it looks like, at least on the first attempt. Not a big fan of that, folks. I can't get it to seem to get enough power to go through. I wonder if I could just get it to start here and maybe go through it that way. Get a little... That almost worked. Maybe try that one more time, folks. Let's see if I can get it to go. So it looks like it needs a little bit more of a heads up. So unfortunately this layout number 1 just doesn't really cut it for getting the car to go around the loop. Alright. There's the finish line section there. Let's see. And it just about went down the stairs. But loop aside, it's still pretty fun, so just got to figure out a different layout that actually works well for this. Alright folks, introducing layout number 2, and I'm going to try it intentionally. Let's see, I'm going to try going the way that I think is not going to work first, then we'll go the other way. And just as I figured, that didn't work. The car flipped around and now it's on the track though, so let's try this. Not quite. It's just a little bit more speed. I don't know, folks. It's the loop section is really the tricky bugger on this one. So we'll try this one more time. Just won't quite get around it. All right, so here is layout number 3. I don't really have much hope for it, I guess, just because there's not a lot of lead into the loop. But we'll give it a try. Just gotta get the car in here. And unfortunately, as expected, the car's going to have a tough time making it around this one. But we'll pretend it made it around, and that's layout number 3. All right, folks, layout number 4, and I gotta think this is the only one that's gonna potentially work with the loop, just because it has a little bit more lead of the straight track, so let's give it a try here. Just barely. I think 4 pieces of that short track is probably ideal. All right, folks, layout number 5, and I'm pretty confident that this one's going to work out because I modified it just a little bit to make this loop more to the right. That should give it a little bit more space for the car to lead into it and hopefully get enough speed to make it through the loop. So let's give it a try. And I got the car stuck inside the tile there, so I don't know if I can get it out. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And I will say, folks, I did remark earlier about how I thought the way that this was controlled actually was pretty good. I have to take a step back from that a little bit. Let's run it through one more time. Just because when you are trying to make a turn, and I'm not very good with controlling my speed, but you do have to be really careful about it. Whereas if the front wheels were able to turn, and that's the way it's steered, I think it would be a lot easier. It works well enough, but you know, it certainly could be better. So, you know, better technology like that would cost more money, and I'm sure that's why they did it the way they did it. But it makes it kind of hard to even just figure out where you're going to enter into the track. Well, I failed there. Let's try another layout and see how that works. All right, and finally we have layout 6 of the recommended layouts. So we'll give this one a try. I don't have high hopes because there's not a lot of lead into the loop, but I'm going to start way back here. We'll send it around, see if it can do it. Not quite. Well, folks, it's unfortunate that it's just struggles to make it around the loop even with the recommended layouts. I wonder if it has something to do with the car. I'm guessing probably not, but just in case, I have another one of these that I want to open. So this is the Chevrolet Corvette, and this is actually a slightly older version. It comes with a bigger controller. The controller, it's got pretty much the same features, except there's one extra button on there, which I think is a pairing button. The newer controller is smaller and it doesn't have that, but it basically just, you know, any sort of motion on the controllers is how it, you know, pairs it up. But yeah, this older version, this slightly older version, which has a copyright of what, 2023, this also comes with this little ramp accessory, the entrance ramp accessory, whereas the newer ones do not. So I found this one and I decided this will be the one that I decide to open up for a second version, and we'll get to try it on this layout and see if it works any better. I don't know. I don't have any high hopes, but you never know. Alright, so here's what we get with this. Got the track piece hiding in the back along with the charger for this one as well. And looks like you got these little twisties you got to rotate to get the controller loose. Actually not a super big fan of that. It's kind of ugly looking. They're kind of permanent little things there, but not a huge deal. This one controls a little bit different. It feels kind of a little bit more smooth with the forward and backward buttons, but they're also a lot bigger, so I don't know, interesting. They're just so different. I'll show you these right next to each other just to kind of compare. I'm not sure why they really felt the need to change the design. I guess maybe it costs less for this one. This one was certainly lighter and has one less button. At least the feeling of the buttons, I kind of like the way this one feels a little better. But anyways, then we've got the car here. I'm just going to get this out. I'm going to have to charge it up and then we'll try it. Well, folks, now it's time, before I show you the other car, for a slightly embarrassing admission. I wasn't paying attention to all of the buttons at all. I was just using these two here. We have two other buttons here, and we have another button here. And this button here, in fact, is the speed boost. Sure enough, it made it through the loop just fine that time. And in fact, had too much speed. So let's keep going with this. So anyways, folks, all that said, use the old booster button here. Things work pretty good. There is a little art to it because you got to use it basically just before the loop, and then you got to let off right as it's going through the loop, really, because otherwise it's going to have too much power going around the curve. I'll try it once, you know, giving it just a little boost to get around and going around, and then I'll just hold the boost to make it launch right off the track the second time. Or something like that. You can see how it kind of crashed there. And then you're probably wondering what these left and right buttons are for, and apparently these are alignment buttons. So if you're driving the car and you go straight and it's not going perfectly straight, if it's leaning one way or the other, which mine doesn't appear to be doing that really, but you can go left or right with the alignment buttons, and that will attempt to straighten it out, I guess. So alright folks, I got this car charged up and paired up, and yeah, it's literally just you press this button and it pairs it up, similar to the other one, whereas the other one you just move the controls up and down and it pairs up that way. So here it is. Got your booster button there, you've got these little correction buttons in case it's not going perfectly straight, so I better try that right now. And in fact, let's see. Looks like it's maybe going a little to the left, so I guess I can push that a couple times. I don't know if that really did much of a difference, but it looks like it's going pretty straight now. So I made a new layout here, just a very kind of quick and easy custom layout. So let's give this a try with this car here. That worked pretty smooth. And there I did not use the boost button, so it didn't make it through the loop. Let's try it again. See if I can make it go backwards through the loop. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. Which is interesting because I think that other one, if I hit the boost button and I'm going backwards, it actually does go backwards. And in fact, let's try that other car. See, I'm gonna have to pair it up. There it goes. See if I go backwards. Yeah. If I hit this and go backwards, it actually boosts it going backwards. That's not the case with this other car. Well, everyone, I think that'll about do it for this video. Whether you get a set with this remote or a car with either remote, they both work pretty good, just, kind of minor differences between the two. I will also note that this one takes AAA batteries, this one takes AA batteries, this one's bigger. It's a little bit nicer feeling in the hands, and the controls seem to operate a little bit nicer. These are a little bit more stiff, I would say. So pros and cons to both. But anyways, just wanted to show you the Hot Wheels RC with the playset. Honestly, pretty cool. I would say the only kind of drawback would be that it would be cool if the front wheels would actually turn on these, and I'd pay a higher premium if there was a car that did that. But as far as just the back wheels working, it seems like they can turn, fairly well enough for the price that you pay. So pretty cool stuff. Hot Wheels RC. There it was. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.